Hold up.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and we're going to start out this video a little bit differently. Let's start off with a little exercise, even if it is in futility. Hurry up, everybody get mad, get your emotions out of the way, tell me something nasty about me in the comics, unsubscribe, anything you want, get mad. All right, now that we're all sensible again, let's talk about the Punisher's new symbol, because we are going to be getting in 2022, it looks like a 13-issue maxi series from Jason Aaron. Now, I am excited to see what he can do with the character, because, hot take here, Frank Castle's really never been that interesting to me. I like him when he is with another character I like better. Personally, I think he works good with Spider-Man and Daredevil, but on his own, very rarely have I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Garth Ennis and a little bit from Matthew Rosenberg, but seeing as I am more of a DC person, I want to talk about this from a more logical standpoint, because what we are going to have is a lot of emotional videos about this, but I want you to listen to what I'm saying and actually hear the words coming out of my mouth. Marvel had to do this. They really had no choice at this point. The Punisher symbol was co-opted by a lot of really terrible people. They had some copyright issues they tried to enforce initially at the beginning with the 3%ers. They also had the Punishers, if you remember, I believe it was back in 2016, where a couple cops using the Punisher logo as their logo and then the Punisher name as their name murdered a black man and never really got a whole lot in their thrown at them as far as any sort of real justice. Not only that, but one of the members of the Punishers was actually working on the force for quite a few years after. So not only can we say those groups exist and have used this symbol and appropriated it, but you can also look at companies. Is it a company? Cults? I don't know what it is. It's a conspiracy group, right? You can look at conspiracy groups like Q, and I'm not going to say the rest of that because it will get demonetized, but I hope you know what I mean. They have taken it and even made merch with it. And if you're a police officer and you are using the symbol of the Punisher, it greatly makes me question your ethics. Now, if they were going to appropriate a symbol, I think it would be a much better way to look at it as to maybe Superman. You know, DC's better anyway. But if you're going to stick with Marvel, why would you not go for Captain America? He is everything that is great in America. He is compassion and empathy. He is, making injustices right and not causing those injustices. Frank is a psychotic, murderous revenge machine, killing many people from Nam, even though I believe that's been updated in 616 to Afghanistan, and suffering from PTSD and not caring who he kills. And honestly, I don't think it's a symbol that makes sense for anybody unless you are vengeful or hateful or terrible. Now, that leads us to a logical conclusion. Marvel had to do this. Marvel had to. Do you remember, like, in first grade when somebody would steal the teacher's apple off the table and everybody got held inside for recess because of the actions of one? That's this sort of situation. Somebody stole the Punisher's symbol off of the teacher's table, and now everybody is getting punishment because of it, and we're seeing a change. Now, I am going to talk about the book, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, and that's okay. That's totally fine. But what I'm saying here is not emotional. It is strictly inevitable. What they are doing is inevitable. And you can't really make this symbol anything again without being able to enforce strict copyright laws. And it looks like that we're already seeing that they were unable to. So let's talk a little bit about this. Like I said, it is 13 issues, and we are seeing Jason Aaron as the writer, and there is 2 different artists on this, Jesus Saiz and Paul Azaceta. I am so sure I butchered those names. I apologize. And then colorist Dave Stewart. Both Saiz and Azaceta will collaborate on each issue. Saiz will be doing the present day portion of the story, and Azaceta the flashbacks. It's very similar to what we're seeing with Ram V and Al Ewing in the Venom title, right? Whereas Ram V is doing the kid portion, we are seeing Al Ewing do the Venom portion. It's very similar. So we are seeing a status quo change in Question involving Frank Castle taking control of the ninja cult known as the Hand and becoming the king of killers. It looks like he will be a warlord for the Hand. Along with the new job comes a brand new costume and an even bigger arsenal of weapons. So it doesn't look like we're getting anything that's crazy. We're still seeing the Punisher symbol in this, but because of him moving to the Hand and being part of that, that seems to be what they're going for as to why they are changing it. And it could make sense logically in the story. We just kind of have to wait for it, right? And I know they talked about a lot when it comes to this. We've seen a lot. Kurt Busiek, one of the original writers, right? Really talking about why this needed to be changed. And whether or not you support the police is irrelevant here. It is irrelevant. What the police should be doing is not anywhere similar what Frank Castle is doing in the comic books, right? They should not look up into Frank Castle. I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I can't help it. If I see a police person, I don't want to have to think of Frank Castle. I want to think of, like I said earlier, Captain America, somebody that upholds justice, not creates injustices. So we are getting a truly epic tale about darkness, violence, and choices. Can only be told with a Punisher at its core. This series will build on Frank's legacy while introducing us to a side of him we've never seen before, setting the stage for an evolution that we found was inevitable. And that leads me to kind of the beginning of this, using that inevitable word. Yes, it absolutely was. If you are looking at this and going, why? This is weird. Like, I thought he had big eyebrows at first. I'm kind of like, I miss that other look. It's so much better. I don't know that I necessarily care for the design, but I know that they had to go for it. I don't think it's awful. It's just, I've grown up, right, with Frank Castle's, normal skull. And it's something that's a really cool symbol. And that's why I'm saying, back to that kindergarten thing. It sucks that those people fucked it up for everyone. It really does. But for this, okay. All right. I guess, I wish I liked the design more. I wish they would have taken a little bit more time with the design, to be fair. I think that anybody working in graphic arts or anybody that has any interest in working in that, myself, coming up with stuff for my channel, I think I could have done just a good job or better. And that's where I look at this, is I'm not a fan of the design. Maybe it'll grow on me. I'm hoping it'll grow on me. But the point is, this was inevitable. This had to be done. And this is going to be outrageous for the next month to come. So prepare for it. Anyways, I can feel the ratio from here. Anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.